Hello, and welcome to Rallying the Forge. I'm your host, Sol. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Rallying the Forge. I am Solimer, and today we just have another kind of a weekly update. There's so much going on I want to share with you guys. First things first, you can see on the client we have an events button down here. Phantom events are back. It is only for basically another day. We just got notified yesterday that it was up, and you don't have a lot of time to play. So it was apparently a last minute decision, and they did not I guess they didn't really plan for it. They just kind of threw it together, and then they're just having it run through the weekend. So it will go for for Eastern time, it'll be like 7 p.m. Eastern time Sunday. It will end, and then it'll go away. So you can see posted up yesterday at 4 p.m. about it, and so we barely get 2 days to do it, and it is already a busy weekend. Obviously Valentine's Day was yesterday, but people may have not have celebrated yesterday. They may have be doing stuff today. Monday is President's Day in the U.S., but it's not extended into that time frame at all. So if you're going to get in it now. I was going to use this to open my seasonal rewards, because the Phantom decks can come in these decks, and there's some, you can see a Phantom deck right there to claim. But because it's such a short timeline, I don't have time to put forth, and if they would have made it a week long, I would have totally done this, and so I'm going to hold on to it for another time. And Lucas did say they have plans to make it a regularly scheduled thing. It'll have a calendar perhaps, so we will know in advance when it's coming, and then people can plan accordingly. Or even if it's not a week-long thing, if it's just a weekend, we'll know in advance, so you can plan time for it, which is going to be good. So later today, I do have the Sealed Showdown event, which I will be streaming, and I'll be recording my matches. And so I've got that, and then by the time that's done, it's later in the evening, and it's time I got other things I have to do. So I don't have time to do the Phantom event this weekend. It's just not it's just not enough time for it. So that is going on, and if you want to soulbind some Phantoms, you got to get 5 wins. If you lose 3 times, you're out, and you can use another ticket to restart, so it's very forgiving. I missed most of the time for the last one they had, which was around Christmas time, or I think it was the week after Christmas maybe. I was out of town for most of that, so a lot of people had a lot of fun with that, and I imagine, when these if they go a little bit longer, more people will have fun with it as well. It's kind of a spur of the moment thing. So you can get a free event ticket in the shop. It's free for the first one, so make sure you go claim that, if nothing else. As you can see, next thing I'll talk about is the shop changes. All these deals are back, or some of these might be new. I don't remember if they had them all last time, but you have set 1, set 2. You can buy 3 double boosters for 200 embers each, and they added this one this week, so I gotta make sure I do get that one. It's discounted from here, so 40 ember less. It's a great deal. So the layout, you can see, has changed, and then all that. So make sure you check out the store and buy whatever packs you haven't bought yet. Let's go to... I'm talking about the store, and you couldn't even see my screen because I was on Discord. So, right quickly back to the shop. You can see the deals. They have the weekly sale 160. It's on sale from the 200. You can buy, looks like one of those. The double boosters, like I said, you can buy 3 of each of them for 200. It's a great deal. It's value. It's basically, if you bought the 200 embers or 2,000 embers for the $100, the 200 embers is equivalent to $10. And getting 2 boosters means you're paying $5 for a digital booster each. Great value. I bought obviously all 3 for both of them. So 600 embers each, 1,200 embers, and I got 12 boosters. So I recommend every player buy this deal. Collections big or small, especially more so if your collection is small, because it gives you so many new decks, more possibilities. It can really grow your collection. It's just such a great deal. So highly recommend everybody who is enjoying the game to buy this, expand your collection. You know, that's the pathway to getting, super competitive with decks. You can obviously come up with some, unique builds and be competitive sometimes, but 12 boosters is a lot, and that's so cheap. So they're basically throwing them at us. Take advantage. And if you do open your seasonal track points, like I said, if you get some phantoms in there, you can use them in the event. When you go in here, I don't know if they have a filter for it yet. Probably not. So I know I've got my monthly phantoms in here somewhere. You can see I've got a lot of decks to have to go through. I don't know the order that they come in. That's something they should probably work on. I'll make that suggestion in the Discord. So they basically, what I'm trying to show you is they have a timer above them. Sorry, this is so boring. I don't know how they filter or sort the decks at all. So halfway through of my Tempest, so unless I somehow missed. I mean, did I miss it? Did you guys see it and I didn't? Am I going crazy here? Well, if it's the last deck, I'm gonna be so mad for not just hitting the end button and going there. We're at that point though. Man, I'm crazy. I don't see it at all. You know, I got a better way to do this, so I don't have to waste any more time. I should have done this from the beginning, but I'll go to my collection manager and see what the name of the deck is. So my loin one is Oaths. See if that pulls it up. There it is. So you can see there, it tells you when it expires. That's my monthly Phantom. When you get new Phantoms, they'll have their own timer on them, depending how long they are. I think someone said they were like a week long for the ones through the Season 1 achievements. So if that's the case and you open it, you want to make sure you grind those games out. Maybe don't open too many at once and see what you get. If you get something that's worth trying to play, do it. And then once you get soulbound, maybe then you open more packs, depending how long it takes you to get the 5 wins. That's just my recommendation. I'm going to wait till when it's scheduled, when I know it's coming, so I can plan, make sure I've got time to participate. If they do a week long, I think that's perfect time frame because it lets people play at their own schedule. I do know towards the end of the last one that was a week long. I think it was a week long anyway. It was maybe could have been longer, but towards the end it was harder to find matches as people had pretty much played out their decks. So early on and towards the middle of it, people were playing out games all the time because they all had their stuff to do. But once as they get them soulbound, their pools get less and less. The player pool gets less and less, and it gets harder to find matches to complete your 5 wins. So just consider that for the future. So the other thing I always like to talk about are events. Go over to that. So the remaining events for this month, obviously today is the Saturday Sealed Showdown. I think it's set to. There's one spot open, but by the time this video's put up and everything, it'll be probably already started, my guess is. Wednesdays, you have the Upside Down with Brandon. That's a 1 p.m. Eastern, 12 Central start time. That is a friendly time for European players. It's evening time for them, for most of them. So he had a good turnout this past week. I happened to be able to hop in on that and participate. So it was good to see some new players and some that, well, I met them in a different event just one time, so they're still relatively new, but a lot of new players and a lot of familiar faces. Good participation. So if that time works for you, I highly recommend joining up. It's a good time. It is right now, it's just a constructed event. It's not limited format. So it's a bronze constructed. And then next Friday evening, you have the SolForge limited event. This is Rise of the Dark Forge. You can click the event link and get all the details, or you can join their Discord server, which will be in the video description, and hop in there. And they've got all the information posted, and people happy to share all the details about that. Immediately after that, we have the fortnightly constructed event. This one is the silver event, so you can bring silver and bronze decks, gold decks technically, but come play with whatever you want. If you want to play test stuff, more power to you. If you want to bring bronze decks to test against difficult decks, go ahead. This one is meant to be pretty competitive. Kind of a test area for people for after the first quarter. SolForge will have a invitational for players. That's a silver event constructed. So good area to play test with some decks and see how strong certain fuses are. And then of course towards the end of the month, the last Wednesday of the month, you have the Upside Down again, another bronze constructed event. So highly recommend again to join that one. So that's what we have till the end of the month. There's been so much going on within the game and the community lately, so I highly recommend getting in and playing everything you can. There's spoilers being released just about daily at this point, roughly, and I will have that information in another video at a later date. And so get into some of these events, start playing with people, play in the Phantom event, try to get some free soulbound decks. Just play in the client and do things, and you can get season 1 achievements and get points. Of course, the leaderboard, they fixed some stuff with the leaderboard here, so you can see at the bottom the stats. I probably have all zeros. I haven't played today yet, so but you can see where people are at. And yeah, so that's pretty much all I have. I did mention Lucas said they're going to try and schedule the Phantom stuff and have a kind of a calendar for it so people know it's coming. We'll see what that entails when that gets released to us. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that was released. I don't think so. So that's what I've got for the community update. I was going to open my packs on here, but then when I saw it was just, 1 day left, I don't have time. I don't want to open all my packs and have all them expire. So I will save them for the next go round. There certainly will be another Phantom event before the end of Season 1. So my goal is going to be the next one is get in on that and be able to open some of these packs, get some Phantoms, and play some matches. So looking forward to it. Hope to see you guys in events, in the queue, in the Phantom event if you're going to participate in that. So, yeah, lots going on with the community. Get in the Discord. I'll have that link in my video description. I highly recommend joining the Discord. So much going on there. People always chatting, talking. You can ask questions there, get answers for things quicker than other means. So highly recommend it. And thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, or comment if you enjoy the content. I will see you guys in maybe the Sealed Showdown later, or in other events going on, as I'll be signing up for some of the other ones later this month. So see you guys. Take care. Appreciate it. This has been an episode of Rallying the Forge. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.